Hello everyone, welcome back to more AEW and TEW 2020. We are here, August 2022, on a Saturday, as we have our show of Rampage. As in our opening match, we have 8-woman tag, as the Boss Bitches, Jade Cargill, Lana Black, Nancy Bouchard, and Jamie Hayter, Nancy being a regen, defeat the faces of April Mendez, Jordynne Grace, Shotzi Blackheart, and Women's Champion Mayu Iwatani, as Jade Cargill pins April Mendez. Obviously Mayu carrying it. Everyone else doing pretty well. Jade Cargill still not great in the ring, but work in progress. Jamie Hayter, the top performer of the heel team. The Boss Bitches stand tall over the faces, keeping them from getting in the ring as Mendez slowly rolls out. They're kind of just jaw-jacking with the champion, the challenger, as well as Jordynne Grace and April Mendez, who are also there. But Mayu, she's disappointed by her performance. You know, she wanted to win that match. Any win is a good win, but still respects that, even though it wasn't on her own terms. And Shotzi Blackheart then attacks from behind. Jordynne Grace is kind of a bit stunned, and the Boss Bitches is like, "Wow." Showing some fire from Shotzi Blackheart, but no, it's just Shotzi. It's not a heel turn. It's just Shotzi reminding everyone, hey, I'm still the challenger for Mayu's title. You know, we can be friends for a while, but we are on the road to All Out, and I can't let you think that we're just gonna be buddy-buddy. I'm still fighting you. So, that's what... Again, it's not a heel turn or anything. Shotzi still is face. It's more of just, you know, she attacks and is right away just like, it's nothing personal. It's, you know, not against you. I just need to make sure you know that I'm still going to be challenging you. After this, we cut to a replay of the vignette that Willie Mack had on Dark. Of course, some people don't watch Dark, so it shows this. Zooms out, shows Antonio Banks, and he has the bankroll beside him. He says, since his arrival in AEW, Scott Steiner has been trying to lead people down his own path. And I get it. In his mind, it's a respectable path, and I can see how he gets to that. But look where that led him. Sure, he's got a mid-card champion. He's got Bronson Steiner, one of the youngest champions in AEW history. But the rest of his crew, most of them have quit. Will Hobbs, he left midway through good old Scott Steiner talking. Julia Hart, she was here and gone in a blink of an eye. Now Willie Mack. You've practically abused him out of the company. At least you tried to. And it really shows the mental fortitude of someone like Willie Mack to get around your styling, to get around your machinations. You don't have that much sway here in AEW, Scott Steiner. Now, I feel like I have the right to talk to you like this, since my client, Ricochet, is going to be facing Bronson and All, and also I am the lead investor of AEW. But there's something else I want to say, Steiner. I'm going to take you down, because I find all of this action disgusting. My power in AEW will make sure that you stay down, and that because of you, we can't have anything like this happen, because right now, business is booming, and I can't let you take that down. This is mainly just kind of bringing people up to speed. Hey, here's things that have been happening on Dark. Explain it real quick. Just go through that. The Sons of Andre then defeat the Von Erichs. Just getting more tag team experience for the Sons of Andre. Paul White 57, because he is old as hell. Afterwards, Andrew Everett celebrates on his big brother's shoulder when FTR's music hits, and they come out with Kurt Angle. And most of it is Angle talking, but, you know, FTR have quips here and there. And Angle says, Paul, I know you well. I know how much of a stud you are in pro wrestling, or at least were, and especially in tag team wrestling. I mean, let's count it. You're a 9-time tag team champion, and you have that with almost as many partners. You can work well with anyone. But that's something that's still a little bit concerning. The fact that we know that you can work well with everyone. Andrew, I trust your abilities. You're a young guy. You can really take over the world because you really fit in that new style that pro wrestling is taking. But Paul, your brother, you may be related by blood. As much as people can doubt it, I can't say either way. But Paul's not a trustworthy guy. He flips and flops more than the people's opinions on Twitter about AEW wrestlers. But FTR, these guys are loyal to each other. They're people that know how to fight together. They know how to win together. So Paul, I respect you as a wrestler, as a wrestling legend. But I know you damn well, and I know that you can't really be trusted in a tag team action. Of course, just calling back to the fact that Big Show has so many face and heel turns. Basically is a second hobby to him. I was hoping this would do a little bit better, but Adam Cole is seen in his compound and he is livid. He says, "Idiots! All of you are idiots! I told any of you to keep watch here to make sure that that son of a bitch Hiromu Takahashi didn't escape. Instead, you got focused on the Nightmare Family, on Dark, and I had to show up and you guys let him escape. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We can get him back. Even though all of you are massive disappointments to you, especially you, Devon. I'm supposed to be able to trust you to do well. But you know what they say. If you want a job done right, you gotta do it yourself. I'll go out and hunt Hiromu by myself." The pause there was because I actually forgot what the phrase was, because that's not written down, and I am dumb. But Adam Cole, still angry at Hiromu. Oh god. Oh god. Well then. Okay. So, we can work around this. It's fine. We got this. Fred Yehi broke his freaking neck. But we can still work on this. So, I'll explain a little bit on this. Okay, so we'll just change this up. So rather than attacking Darby to finish the match, probably the match would actually end a few minutes sooner, just because it's a broken freaking neck. So instead of costing the match, Donovan Dijak, he comes in after the match, beats down Darby, Brutally Inc. They come out soon after, and Pac walks out on the stage. He's not participating in the beatdown, but he is there. He's just letting his dislocated shoulder just hang out. No sling, nothing. Just force of will. He is not telling. He's still not doing anything with that arm. I mean, he has a dislocated shoulder. You still could do something with that arm, but not recommended. But he still has a mic in his healthy hand and says, "Darby Allin, last week in this ring, people out there saw a damn fool hurt me, and now you've injured a damn fool. But look at me. You look at me right now and you see that I do not bend for anything. I don't listen to gravity, I don't listen to the doctors, and I don't listen to any crows cawing backstage. All the safety of reckless little shits like you. Even if my body is broken, I will show you just how strong I am. I will show you that you are nothing compared to me. I will break you piece by piece, bone by bone, like you've just done with little Fred. Well, okay, they can't actually tell, so I'm probably not gonna call it out. It's fine. He whistles, Kelly Inc., they wrap things up, and they put Darby through a table. And Pac continues, says, "You will be broken, Darby Allin. You will be brutalized, and you will be killed. Nothing's over until it's dead, huh? You will be over." I'll have to tweet the gimmick. Or hopefully not change the gimmick, because it is a legendary gimmick, I believe. Unrated segment, by the way. The Rose Garden is then seen managing an overly fancy restaurant, because everything about them has to be fancy. Sammy Guevara is working as a waiter. The main quartet of the Garden overseeing his work. The reason Garza is on screen is because I accidentally, for stuff, put Jericho in there. I had Jericho set up just so that he could help advance the storyline, but I accidentally set him down screen. So, Garza's here anyways, it's fine. Everyone in the restaurant is exceptionally beautiful. Staff, patrons, everyone. And there's a bouncer, again, a handsome bouncer, throwing people off for not being lovely enough to partake in the restaurant. Eventually, a knock is heard on the window next to Sammy, who's, he's on a little bit of a break, not a full break. Looks over and just Ace Austin is just in the window. It's warm enough. They can just talk through the open window. And Ace says, like, hey, I've not been able to see Jericho, Hager. No one knows where they are. They've been completely missing since Wednesday. Since last Wednesday. I don't know where they are. I haven't been able to get into contact with either of them. They're completely gone. Sammy, he's thinking for a little bit. He's like, alright, well, what are we supposed to do? Ace, I still have to work here because otherwise Garza is going to bring up problems to Paul Heyman. I need to get out of service here. Ace, you go and look for Chris Jericho. And he's like, alright, got it. We'll go find Jericho. And he leaves. Things are good from there. After this, Britt Baker defeats Kiera Hogan. Give Britt a nice big win for the challenger. Shida comes to the ringside midway through the match, and she takes a seat on the outside of the ring. Britt Baker, she's making Kiera Hogan tap out to the lockjaw while staring at Shida. She, turns Kiera Hogan to face towards Shida, and she's probably, even as Kiera Hogan is tapping out, Britt Baker is still taunting, like, hey, that title's gonna be mine. She's yelling, hey, I'm the hardest worker in the women's division, because I have to work to earn the people's adoration. I have to work to get to where I am, and I don't just have to be a Joshi who got popular in Japan in order to get popular here. All that stuff. Shida, she gets up from her chair. She probably just, took a chair from, there's probably some empty chairs in the front row for, family or whatever. Have a plant in there, they leave midway through, something like that, I don't know. She gets into the ring, she confronts Britt Baker face to face, and Cynthia Regal slides into the ring. Cynthia Regal being Britt Baker's assistant. She slides in, she has Shida's own chair, hits her in the back. Britt Baker, while Shida's down, applies the lockjaw. Cynthia Regal, she picks up the title, she's brushing it off, she's really taking her time. They're milking this for all it's worth. Shida, she's not ready for in-ring work, so she's not really able to get free. Cynthia Regal, she sets it down, she backs up, she gets the cameras to look at it, she's taking pictures herself, and it's just, Britt Baker getting Shida to tap out. TBS title is in front of him. Just a visual of basically Britt Baker on top of Shida, making Shida tap. This was the one I was hoping for 100 because I wasn't sure how the show would be rated, but we did get 100 anyway, so it's fine. After this, cameras cut to Paul Heyman's office, where Jon Moxley is sitting on the desk that Paul is sitting at the chair at. And Brock is just glaring at him the entire time, but not coming to blows. Paul Heyman says the all-out pay-per-view is here in less than a month's time. I'm glad to announce that we will be holding it at the legendary Madison Square Garden. But I have more announcements to make. As we know from recent programming, our second ever world champion in AEW, Jon Moxley, has had some ideas for how to improve AEW, and we will be seeing those go into effect in the upcoming weeks, and especially after our all-out pay-per-view. But today, I am proud, I am excited to make two announcements regarding All Out. The first is the return of the Casino Battle Royale, where 21 men will enter, 21 women will enter, and the winner will get a challenge at any time at the next pay-per-view, for the World Championship, or the Women's World Championship. The second announcement I'm to make, and Moxley just puts up a hand, shuts Paul Heyman up, and says the second is I don't think we can really get a fair main event with a normal referee. I get that we have some good referees back there. Aubrey Edwards, she's talented as hell. Brian Hebner, from a legendary family. Jerry Lynn has some background in wrestling himself. But, after all, Hangman, what if CJ Perry comes down to try to break up the match? What if Miro has some other tricks up his sleeve, if he's lying, if he brings out friends to come and beat you down, well, I'm gonna make sure that things like that don't happen. Because I will be reffing the main event of All Out. Jon Moxley as the referee. I feel like that'll probably knock the rating of the match down, but also, I don't know, give something for Moxley to do. Main event, Jungle Boy defeats Charles Betts, and actually Betts outperformed Jungle Boy. Huh. Alright. After the match, Jungle Boy is showing respect to Charles Betts, even as AJ Styles and the Bullet Club come out to the ramp and AJ starts speaking. As I remember back when Charles Betts had a long set of hair, Jungle Boy. And I'm sure you'll be wishing for the days that you even had his current hair. Because I've already confirmed it with Paul Heyman, Jungle Boy. Your hair is going to be on the line at All Out. And he's about to say more. He's about to keep taunting Jungle Boy when he gets his own mic. And he just says, alright, well in that case, hair versus hair is only appropriate. Challenge accepted. And he throws the mic down. AJ Styles is like, no. This is not how it works. I'm making you show some respect, show some humility. You have to win this match because it's your hair on the line. If you lose, you gotta show that you can't just be someone who's content with losing. You gotta lose something with it. This isn't about me. He's complaining the entire time. Show ends. Jungle Boy, AJ Styles, staring down at each other. 81 rated show. That's fine by me. Better rated than I thought it would be. I thought this would be like a 78, 77. But good match. Good show. Shame about Fred Yehi. He's gonna be out for a while. But at least he didn't die. We'll move on to week 2 of August.